Hi, I'm Maude Garrett from the Carol Burnett Show channel, and I'm so excited to celebrate one of the greatest living legends in television history, Carol Burnett.
Coming up tonight, interviews from the red carpet including Billy Porter, Bob Mackey, Cher, Dame Julie Andrews, Jane Lynch, Scott Bakula, Vicki Lawrence, and Carol Burnett herself.
The Carol Burnett Show ran for a whopping 11 seasons and won 23 Emmys. Carol Burnett bringing the laughs every single week. And tonight we get to celebrate her here in Hollywood for Carol Burnett, 90 years of laughter and love. Did you ever think in a million years that the success of your programming would live on in such a way?
I never, no, because we started in 1967, so who knew? But isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Well, we're going down memory lane here. Favorite moment, what are you most proud of as well? You achieved so much in that time.
Oh, there's so many things I'm proud of and that I'm happy. And actually going to be shown tonight on the show. And so I can't choose just one thing. But I guess doing the 11 years of my show is certainly a highlight.
11 full years, 23 Emmys. It's such an amazing achievement. Out of all of the characters you brought to life, do you have a favorite? Because we've all got our moments that we love quoting.
I guess doing the movie takeoffs, I enjoyed that a lot. I love doing Eunice. I love doing Mrs. Wiggins. There are just so many, and I've been so fortunate to be able to do these things, There
were so many beautiful props and costumes as well. Where are all of those these days?
Bob Mackey is a genius. He designed everything we wore on every show, which amounted to about 65 costumes a week. So do the math. In 11 years, over 270 some odd shows, he designed around 17,000 costumes. And I'm wearing one of his jackets tonight.
I love that. Have the best night tonight.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I just wanted to hear from you if you had a favorite sketch or character or moment from the show over the 11 seasons.
Well, from the show, yes, absolutely. And it's the green velvet drapes. It's the dress you saw in the window, of course. It's very Gone with the Wind.
That was Bob Mackey's dress? He made everything.
He made everything.
Yeah.
He made everything. I have actually an iconic Bob Mackey myself, largely inspired by Carol and her using him as her designer all the time. And I learned through her how wonderful Bob Mackey was. Mm-hmm.
I love that. She's wearing him tonight.
Oh, of course she is. She should.
So going back to the Carol Burnett Show, I mean, it made such waves back then. What was it like when you were first sort of seeing this show and the impact that she had on women as well?
I was just watching and being thoroughly entertained and laughing out loud and loving it. I wasn't thinking about impact, or certainly now in retrospect, I realize there were very few women who were accepted so and highly regarded as a comedian, and she paved the way, that's for sure.
Hi, Jane Lynch. Thank you so much. You look spectacular as well. It's nice to also look you in the eyes.
Oh, yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Oh, I'm 6 foot. Not to brag. And also, I'm cheating.
Oh,
I got like 2-inch
better
heels.
than me on that one.
Yeah.
So we're here to celebrate Carol Burnett, and
We
it's
are.
such an easing thing to do, right?
Yes, it is. Well, yeah, it really is, because this is a person who has been giving us the gift of her heart and her skills and her ability to bring people together for 90 years now, and so it's our turn to give her a little bit of that. And I think, if we have any legacy, I would want to have a legacy like Carol, that of being a beneficent force in the world.
She's still going,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. She's setting that bar.
Oh,
and
I know. She's doing 4 things, and I yawn when she tells me what she's doing. I'm so tired. She loves it, though. She just loves it.
I want to know from you the first time you ever stumbled upon Carol Burnett, and what was your first impression of it?
Well, I was very young, so I don't know that I was able to have impressions then that I can remember, but it was the Carol Burnett Show, and watching it on Saturday nights with my family, and when my mom and dad would go out on a Saturday, which they would do occasionally, I would just watch it with my brother and sister, and it was an hour that we looked forward to every week. In fact, my dad had a dictation tape recorder. We didn't have VHS back then, and we would record the audio. and listened to it all week long. We loved it.
Do you have a favorite moment then? A favorite sketch? A favorite character?
Oh gosh, I don't know that I do. When they cracked each other up. Oh, when they would do Mama's Place. And Tim Conway, who's amazing and was not an original cast member. He kind of was brought
full
on.
time until the 9th season.
Very good. Boy, you did your research. So when Tim Conway would do a story or something in Mama's Place, he always did it as scripted at the rehearsal, and then he
saw a Siamese elephant.
Exact. That one was hilarious. And as you can see,
on that one.
it took Carol a lot to laugh. Whereas Harvey Korman was on the ground at just, the slightest.
He found new ways to stifle and cackle.
He did. But those moments were probably the best.
I love it. So if you could take anything from Carol and her career and learn from it and use it, what would it be?
Stay in your heart the whole time, and it's about the people. And that's what she does. Like, one of the first things I noticed when I met her is that she is the woman you hope she would be. Someone would come up and say, oh, my mother loved your show, I loved your show. And she'd hold the person's hand and say, tell me about your mother. I know. So that's who she is. And that's easy for her. And it fills her up. And so that's why we're saluting her.
Stay tuned for more red carpet interviews, including Dame Julie Andrews, Scott Bakula, and Cher.
Hi there, Julie. My name's Maude. This is for the Carol Burnett Show Network, the channel.
Yes.
So we're here celebrating Carol, which is such an easy thing to do, right?
It's bone easy, and I'm very grateful to be here because I wanted to be.
I love that. Now, with the show, it spanned for so long. Do you have a favorite moment of hers or something that she did that made you laugh hysterically?
Well, just about every week, for God's sakes. I was glued to the television and just amazed at her courage, her talent, her truthfulness. She's the best of the best. What can I tell you? You know that.
I do, but I haven't worked with her in ways that you've worked with her over the years as well. What is it like to have a friendship that's lasted the test of time in a place like Hollywood?
It's a great gift. I can't imagine that I would be so lucky as to have a friend like that. But we seem to have compatible feelings, and we adore each other, and we are... I trust her completely as a friend, as a performer, and her talent is just so unique.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, isn't it?
It is a once-in-a-lifetime friendship. Well, she's a once-in-a-lifetime,
Hi there, Scott. It's Maude from the Carol Burnett Show channel. How are you?
The Carol Burnett channel.
The whole
Oh my
channel's dedicated
God, I
to it.
love it.
What was your first memory of the Carol Burnett Show?
Just being at home and laughing, and with my whole family. That golden age of television where you shared those kinds of experiences together, and looking forward to that every week. And her just being able to sing and be so funny, and pratfall, just everything. Everything she brought everything to her every sketch. She left it on the floor, and they, how much fun they were having together. I love that.
Do you actually have a memory of a particular sketch or character or moment?
Well, my memories of them is cracking up, and them losing it in the middle of a sketch, and Carol,
Carol wouldn't break though. That's the thing.
I
It
know.
was very hard for her.
It was very hard for her, but the Tarzan, it's just, she is so encompassing in everything that she brought that it's hard to single anything out, because I can think of her in all these, somebody saying, oh yeah, well what about that? And I said, oh my God, I forgot all about that. I forgot about Annie, and I forgot about that, and I forgot about,
She's done a lot.
She has done a lot.
She's still going.
Still doing a lot.
Yeah. So I'm asking everyone, what is your first memory of Carol Burnett or the Carol Burnett Show, and what's your favorite memory?
It would be her show, and I don't know if I'm trying to think of what channel I was watching on, but I was a latchkey kid, and if I got A's, I was allowed to watch TV while I did my homework, but I would watch the Carol Burnett Show. And I just remember watching this fabulous, living Erte drawing of a woman come out in her Bob Mackie gown, so gorgeous, and then transforming into these characters without vanity, full commitment. I didn't know much about acting at all, but I was like, this is strength. This is what talent looks like. This is what it looks like to be a woman taking charge. And then you're like, oh, this is her show. She owns this show. And it was very struck. Even as a kid, I was very struck. And to decades later get to meet her on the set of Better Call Saul when she did our final season, and I'm shaking and just wanting to say hi, and it turned out that she was a Kim Wexler fan, the character that I was playing at the time, and I just started bawling, and I will never forget it.
They say never meet your idols, but when you do and it works out like that, it is one of the best things in the world.
She's better. She's better than you could ever imagine your idols to be.
Love that. Thanks so much. Have the best time tonight. So we are here for the Carol Burnett Show channel. There is an entire channel dedicated to this show. What is your first memory of the show? Because I think that your first meeting story of Carol was very different to everyone else here.
It was. I did not know her from her show, sadly. I knew her from the Reading is Fundamental commercials, which I paid attention to and was a good reader. And I read scripts, which she said. So obviously the commercials, the campaign worked.
Is she the first influencer?
She was. She might have been the first influencer. She got me to read more.
So now that you've really gotten to know her over the years, what was your favorite memory compared to your first memory?
Yes, I would say that later when she would see me backstage, she still kept doing theater. I kept doing theater over the years. And when she would meet me backstage, it was really special. She would take the time with me, even after, if she was performing, I forget, it wasn't Once Upon a Mattress, but it was something after that. And she had done like a big role for 2.5 hours, and she still made time for me afterwards. And that's what I like about her, is she's a professional on the stage or on the set, but she takes time for people. And
I love that.
Important.
Now that the show's been around for a very long time, do you have a favorite episode, character, role, sketch?
Of course, the classic Gone with the Wind, but there's this one, I don't know what it is, where she's a secretary.
Oh, Mrs. Wiggins. Yes.
It cracks me up. Like, it's hilarious.
Mrs. Wiggins, could you come in here now? I'd like to dictate that letter now to you, Mrs.
Hello?
Come on, right in here now.
We've got way more Carol Burnett, so don't go anywhere because we are here celebrating the living legend herself.
After the break, more fun on the red carpet with Vicki Lawrence, Melissa Rausch, Bob Mackey, and Cher.
Hi Melissa, it's Maude. I'm here for the Carol Burnett Show channel. So there's a whole dang channel here. So we're going to go down memory lane here. Do you have a favourite sketch, moment, character, cast member of the show?
Yes. I'm sure this is a favorite for many people, but the Gone with the Wind moment is one of my all-time favorites, and I remember I had a VHS tape of it that I would watch over and over and over again, with tears just pouring down my face, like just laughter, laughter, laughter.
What was it about that moment? Because I know the dress is spectacular. We've got the designer of it just there as well.
I can't believe that. I think her delivery of it and the look on her face is it's spectacular, and it's there's nothing like it. It's just this iconic moment of comedy that it's impossible to watch that moment and not be filled with happiness.
That gown is gorgeous.
Thank you. I saw it in the window and I just couldn't resist it.
All night we've been talking about you. You've had such an amazing impact. We were talking about how many outfits you created. It was 65 a week.
Oh, yeah, but who knows? It isn't exactly 65. Sometimes it was 80. Who knows? You know, you just do your show.
Where are they all? Where is this glamorous closet full of some of the best designs and outfits?
We got rid of a lot of it, but then we kept all of her character things because it's kind of classic. You have to.
Now, the Went with the Wind, Gone with the Wind inspiration dress is everyone's favorite. People have like...
To be, yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't know. You know, it's so funny when you've done that many. You know that one gets at you. I'm asked about it constantly. And, but then you see clips from the past and you go, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, you know, and you get these big laughs. It's great. And very often the scripts didn't tell you where that character was from or what she did for a living or what anything, you know. It just a woman walks into a bar, man comes and talks, you know. I mean, it's one of those, you don't know if she's rich or poor or talented or anything. And then you kind of, I draw something up and I say, what if you wore this and we pretend that you're really this and this. And then she'd go, oh, okay, that's fun.
So the clothes built the character.
Very often, yeah. Vicki Lawrence was just saying, she said, I never knew who I was really playing until I got to the fitting. And then I said, oh, now I know what to do. Because it's about attitude and what you do with yourself.
You have to do a whole lot in not much time as well.
Well, you do, and you have to put it in the right place. If you do it in the wrong place, it just gets lost.
Got Vicki Lawrence here. Hi, Vicki.
Hi.
So lovely to chat with you. This is at a channel dedicated to a show that you have been such a fundamental part of. I'd love to go down memory lane with you. What was your favorite and first moment on set?
You know, when I was first on that show, I used to watch it when it aired on Saturday nights. I would watch it between my fingers because I was so mortified. I just thought I was so geeky. It was like watching home movies to me.
I mean, it's so hard to watch yourself back as well, but I mean,
yeah.
When you started too.
Yeah.
It must have been, all your friends would have known about it. You must have just taken off so fast.
I don't know if it was so fast. I mean, I needed a lot of training. And I feel like I got it there. I went to the Harvard School of Comedy in front of America. You know, what happened to me would not happen nowadays. I was so bad. I think nowadays the judges would vote me off. And if the judges didn't vote me off, America would go get her out of there.
That is not
Oh, I think it is true. It wouldn't happen today.
So do you have a favorite character, role, moment, episode that stood out to you the most?
Well, I think everybody loves Mama so much, and she was certainly my most favorite character to play on that show because she could just get away with anything.
Did you know just how important this show was back then?
No, you never. I don't think you ever know when you're doing it. But then it just starts spanning all these generations, and I think YouTube was largely responsible for the resurgence of the Burnett show. I do a one-woman show. It's actually a two-woman show. It's me and Mama. And when I first started doing it, I figured the audience would be older folks that knew the Carol Burnett show. But one of the first shows we ever did, tons of college guys. And I stopped and I said, really? And they said, oh my God, we wouldn't have gotten through without Mama. So they watched the show, they listened to my half of the show, which was autobiographical. They went back on YouTube and found me backwards. And then they came back to my show and they said, you were really cute when you were young. It's like a weird back
You're getting those college boys, hey?
It was like Back to the Future, you know? It was really weird. It was funny. So I mentioned it to Carol, and she said, yeah, you will find it'll just keep growing and growing and growing, generations, and it's lovely.
We're celebrating Carol tonight, laughter and love. How do you even describe celebrating such a woman? Like, she's so easy to celebrate.
Yeah, and it's her 90th, so we must celebrate that. And it's just... I'm so happy for her. I want her to be as happy as she has made everybody else in this world.
Love that. Thanks so much, Vicki. Don't go anywhere. There is plenty more coming up from Carol Burnett. 90 years of laughter and love right after this on the Carol Burnett Show channel.
When we return, Billy Porter and Cher.
We're here about Carol Burnett.
Yes.
And I'm here from the Carol Burnett Show channel.
Oh, shoot.
And I heard that you watched it when you were younger, and it was a staple of your life.
Yeah.
Did you know, looking back, just how profound this show would be in years to come?
No, I was a kid.
You're just like, this is funny.
It's funny. It felt, the thing that I felt the most was, the comedy equals laughter, laughter equals joy. And it brought me joy in a time where there wasn't a whole lot of it for me. And she taught me that I could dream beyond my circumstance and dream the impossible. And fearless. I didn't have the language for it then, but when I look back, it's like she was so fearless. And so when I started doing it, I was always just naturally fearless. I always just would try anything. And still today, as you can see, it's like, I'll try anything. I'll do anything. I don't care what anybody says. I think she was a major part of that, not necessarily being able to name it.
Now, Carol's not just an actress, but a singer as well. You're going to be performing in front of her?
Yeah, I'm a singer too.
Yeah, but like, what is it like having Carol as your audience, your front member, and you're like, this one's
for that all my life.
Okay, this is great.
It's good.
I don't get
And
nervous.
And no, I do get nervous, but she called us. Yeah. We were on her list. It's going to be good. I'm excited.
Okay. And direct eye contact.
And she was at rehearsal. Well, we have a lot of that in the show because she's sitting there but she was at rehearsal yesterday. We got to sit and chat like magical.
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
I know.
So much fun. Knock 'em dead, okay?
Thank you.
I know they put me at the end, but they saved the best for last here. I'm here for the Carol Burnett Show channel, and I want to know from you, Cher, out of all the memories that you have of the show, do you have a favorite?
I do, but I'm going to talk about it tonight. It's the silliest one, but I have so many memories of all of us being. It was a different time, and we were all kind of friends, and everything was easy. You know, we worked hard, but didn't seem like work. And Carol kind of set the mood. You know, she set the mood for you're having a good time, you're getting paid for it. You know, just be talented. Yeah, just be talented and do your thing and be generous and that kind of stuff.
Was there a role that she did that just like has really impacted you in a way? Because she brought humor, and you are wickedly funny.
Yeah, and yes, she did, and she is wicked funny. You know, I'm funny too, but she's wicked funny. You know, and so sweet and so loving and so helpful, and she helped me so much, gave me a lot of confidence in myself, and because I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, in the Sonny and Cher show, I didn't know anything. We didn't know anything. But then when I got my own show, I kind of had my sea legs, but still, I needed her.
And all these years later, you still get to be here for her as well, and she's here for you.
I'm so excited.
The best night tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Stay tuned for more from the red carpet.
What an absolute treat to not only be able to talk to Carol Burnett herself as we celebrate her, but she brought along some pretty amazing friends like Vicki Lawrence, Julie Andrews, Cher, and we got to chat with all of them. And special shout out to Bob Mackie, the man of the hour, whose dress designs were the thing that people could not stop talking about. You've been watching the Carol Burnett Show channel, and we'll see you next time.